Shalom, Miss Bocha. This is More Than a Conqueror, and today we're going to make challah bread. Now, challah bread is a bread that's traditionally used in a Rev Shabbat meal, and you can make challah bread. It's a braided bread. It's a braided egg bread. You can do it in a strand of 3, a strand of 5, a strand of 6. You could even go as far as do a strand of 9. We are going to do a 3 strand braid today, just for the sake of simplicity. And I want to show you a little bit about the ingredients that we'll be using. I use King Arthur flour. It's a very good bread flour. It does a real good job. And honey, and kosher salt, oil. I like olive oil, and it's kind of odd, but it just kind of makes the bread very moist. So we're going to do oil. And eggs, of course. Challah is an egg bread. That's where it gets its beautiful yellow color. You use it both in the dough, and you use it to brush the outside of the bread. And then we use poppy seeds. Our rabbi really likes poppy seeds. My family really likes them, so we use poppy seeds. You don't have to use poppy seeds. You could just leave poppy seeds off if you wanted to. And of course, water. So we'll get started with making that, and just kind of you'll have an idea of how it all goes together. So this will yield 2 loaves of challah bread, and I'm first going to add my water. That's 2½ cups of water, and it needs to be warm, not hot, warm. Okay, the warmth kind of activates the yeast. And speaking of yeast, I forgot to mention, you use 1 packet of Fleshman's yeast. I like the active dry yeast. You can use rapid rise, but I just like the regular active dry yeast, and you add that. Okay, kind of mix that up just a little bit. Then you want to add your eggs, and that's 2 eggs. You save the 3rd. Don't crack the 3rd one. So there's 1. Here's another. Okay, and then you add your honey, which is a 1/4 cup of honey. My hands are clean. Trust me. Okay, so there's our honey. Okay. And I use my kosher salt, which is about 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Okay. And what I want to do is just kind of get this, wait. Alright. We want to do about a 1/4 cup of oil. Okay, right there's good. Add your oil. Okay. Now you're going to mix this and kind of just get it all nice, get those yolks broken up. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then you're going to begin to add your flour. Now, I say 8 cups of flour, but I have to tell you it goes way over that, because in the process of kneading it, you're going to have sticky places, and what you want to do is just always have a little flour available to kind of take the stickiness off of it. You don't want it sticking to your hands, but we're going to start with, this is 4 cups, and I'm going to slowly add the other 4. So I'm just going to kind of add a little bit, stir a little bit, okay, add a little bit more, and so on. So you're just going to kind of do it little by little. My family loves this bread, and something to keep in mind about this bread, when you have leftovers, if you have leftovers, you can do some incredible French toast with it the next morning. It's awesome. There's nothing like it. It's really, really moist, a little cinnamon, a little egg. Oh my goodness. You don't know what you're missing if you've never had it. So we're gonna mix this up real good. Okay, what I have done here is I've kneaded this for about 5 minutes, and as I've gone kneading it, I've just kind of added a little bit more flour, as you can see. And when I'm done kneading it, which I'm kind of there now, I've been doing this for about 5 minutes. We kind of cut the camera. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a towel, and I'm gonna wet it down with some hot water. Okay, and I'm going to put it over the bowl, and this bowl is going to sit for an hour and a half and rise. And so when that rising has taken place, we'll come back and we will be kneading and braiding the bread. Okay, so now you can see it's been an hour and a half, and the dough has doubled. And now I'm going to knead it for about 5 minutes, and we'll braid it. Okay, so I've kneaded the dough for 5 minutes. Okay, that's a full 5 minutes. And now what I'm going to do is cut the dough in half. Okay. Use a sharp knife. I'm going to put one of the pieces of dough back in the bowl, and the other one I'm going to cut in 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So now we're going to braid it. Okay, so what you want to do is just kind of begin to roll it between your hands like this. Now what you're going to make is 3 snakes. You can use a little flour if you feel like it's getting sticky. You just kind of want it to get 3 sections like so. I don't know if you can see this real good, but I'm kind of just rolling it like a snake between my fingers, between my hands. Okay. Alright. Okay, what you do then is you're going to join 3 ends together, and you're just going to begin to braid like you would a little girl's hair. It's just kind of like so. And there you go. Okay, you're going to put this on a greased baking sheet. Okay, and you're going to do the other loaf. We won't do it just for time's sake, but you're going to put this on a baked or on a greased baking sheet, and you're going to let it rise for another hour. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll take your towel and you'll put it back over both loaves. There's only one here. We're going to do the other one in a minute, but just for time's sake I won't do it. And you're just going to cover it, set your timer for an hour, and it'll rise again. Okay, so we've let the challah, both loaves, rise for about an hour. So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of stir up this egg, this last egg, and we're going to brush the egg all over the bread. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and begin doing now. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of just giving it a good brush down. Okay, and it's going to be shiny when it bakes, and it'll be very, very pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is just sprinkle poppy seeds all over both of the loaves. I've brushed both loaves with egg. I've set my oven to 350 degrees, and as soon as the oven's ready, I'll go ahead and put it in there for, I like to do between 35 and 40 minutes. So here's the finished product. We have 2 challah loaves. They're beautiful, they're golden brown, they smell wonderful, and they'll be ready for our Rev Shabbat meal together as a family. So I'm going to post the recipe underneath this video so that you can, try it yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Shalom.